Welcome back to another AEW prediction video. Today we got AEW Double or Nothing from Sunday for Sunday, May 25th in Glendale, Arizona at the Desert Diamond Arena. Listen, I'm sure this show will be good. And I just want to sit down. So I watched yesterday's video. I said I hadn't watched AEW Dynamite yet. I went and I watched AEW Dynamite last night, or before my brother's graduation, I guess. It was a solid episode, I guess. It wasn't anything crazy. I didn't watch the main event. I kind of fell asleep during the main event. But that's alright. It was just Mina Shirakawa facing someone random and having Tony Storm on commentary, which I don't understand why that would be the case, but then again, it doesn't really matter that much. I'm kind of looking at some of these matches and sitting here like, why is this on the card? Why don't we put this on like a Dynamite or a Collision or something, you know? And I feel like that's how I feel about half of these matches. I feel like none of them, they don't have any build. There's no real excitement. The match I'm really excited for is Ospreay and Adam Page, and I'm thanking the Lords that's in the main event. But, I don't know, man. We'll see how I feel about this pay-per-view at the end of it. I will be watching this over Battleground because I gotta pay $50 for this. I'll watch Battleground sometime during the week. Yeah, we can get right into this Double or Nothing. The first match here, I believe I put Paragon versus the Don Callis family. Now, why is this on the card? I'm assuming, I believe Adam Cole in the TNT Championship is on Collision. I've watched one Collision like maybe in the last month. I don't even know if I've watched one Collision in the last month, to be honest with you. I don't really care, to be honest with you. Who wins this match? Could be anybody. I could see maybe the Don Callis family winning, and the one that gets the pinfall victory is going to face Adam Cole for the TNT title at like All In or something. Who truly knows? So I'm just gonna have to go out on a limb. I'm just gonna predict Paragon because they got the TNT title on their side. I don't care. I don't know why this match is on the card. Last time I remember Don Callis family was... I don't even know what the fuck they were doing last time. I don't remember them being involved with Paragon at all, but that must be something that's happening in Collision. I don't normally watch Collision. I do sometimes, and sometimes I don't. It's on a Saturday night. I like watching pay-per-views on Saturday nights, man, but when it comes to watching Collision, which it was on a Thursday night this week, I didn't even know it was on Thursday, so I completely missed it. But like when it's on Thursday, I actually normally watch it, because it's like, I'm not doing anything on Thursday night. But a Saturday night, I try to like go out and do something, you know, and have some fun with some friends, maybe do some drinking or something. Who really knows? But yeah, I'm gonna predict Paragon here to beat the Don Callis family. Match number 2, we got Mark Briscoe versus Ricochet in a stretcher match. Dude, I have no idea where this match came from. I did not watch Beach Break. I missed one Dynamite, and all of a sudden, the one Dynamite I missed, it's like, here's Mark Briscoe versus Ricochet in a stretcher match. I'm sitting here like, where in the fuck did this come from? Maybe there's more stuff has been happening on Collision again. I can't sit here and blame Collision for all of them, because I feel like they just throw the card at even if this stuff is happening on Collision, this is a Dynamite match, bro. You guys have done fun gimmicks matches on Dynamite before. You could have just left stretcher match for a Dynamite or a Collision. I don't know why this is on the card at all. Who wins? I don't fucking know, dude. I really don't. I mean, I feel like Ricochet can't lose, but then again, I want Mark Briscoe to get some wins, but I don't know, man. I don't fucking know who wins. I think Ricochet just beat Zach Gowen, right, at Beach Break. I don't remember. I didn't watch Beach Break. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know who to go. I'm gonna predict that Mark Briscoe wins because he's the babyface, and it's hard to see a babyface lose a stretcher match. I don't know. I'm gonna predict Mark Briscoe here. I'm gonna move on because I don't care anymore. Match number 3, we get the Hurt Syndicate versus the Sons of Texas. And by the way, if you're wondering how I do the match order, I normally put it in how important I think the match is on the card, or you know, my order of importance on the card. So that's how I do it there. So we got the AEW World Tag Team Champions versus the Sons of Texas, who are the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions. So why aren't they defending the Ring of Honor World titles on Ring of Honor? I have no idea. I honestly fucking was shocked they were still the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions. I didn't even fucking remember. And they get Dustin Rhodes and I think the Von Erichs are the trios champions, or the six-man champions down there as well. I mean, I guess I don't care. I don't. I don't give a shit about Ring of Honor. I really wanted to give a shit about Ring of Honor, but then Tony Khan ruined Ring of Honor, and yeah, it's very sad to see what Ring of Honor has become under Tony Khan's guidance, man. But this is pretty obvious. The Hurt Syndicate's gonna win here. I don't know how this match came about. If it was on, I don't think it would be on Collision because the Hurt Syndicate's always on Dynamite with MJF. So, I don't. Maybe something happened during Beach Break that I missed. I know that Dustin Rhodes cut a promo on them in the last Dynamite. I don't even remember what the fuck he said, to be honest with you. I know MJF was calling him out and shit, but yeah, I think it's pretty obvious the Hurt Syndicate's gonna win here and retain their AEW World Tag Team Championships. Match number 4, we got Kazuchika Okada versus Speedball Mike Bailey. Another match where I'm just sitting here like, how did this get put on the card? Where did this come from? You know, yeah, and that's all I can sit here and say. It's hard for me to talk about a match when I don't know the build, if there was any build. I know I saw an image on Collision of Speedball Mike Bailey holding up the Continental Championship, and I'm hoping that come All In, we're gonna get Kazuchika Okada versus Kenny Omega to, you know, unify the Continental and, what's the fucking title? International Championship into the Intercontinental Championship. I hope that's what they do. And you can still do the Continental Classic at the end of the year. And honestly, the Continental Classic should just be the winner faces Kenny Omega at AEW Revolution. It should not be for the title. The whole tournament should not be for the title that the person's holding. Now, that depends if Kenny Omega beats Okada, which I believe he would. But, I don't know. We don't need 3 mid-card titles for the men. So I prefer unifying the Continental and International Championship into the Intercontinental Championship, and hopefully get a brand new, better looking belt than whatever the fuck that Continental title is, because that Continental title is ugly and always has been. But I think with that alone, because I think everyone's kind of predicting Okada versus Kenny Omega at All In, I do think Kazuchika Okada beats Speedball Mike Bailey here and retains the Continental Championship. I think that is something I can at least say for sure, besides the tag title match, that it is going to happen. So, I got Okada beating Mike Bailey. Match number 5. We got Nigel McGuinness versus Nigel McGuinness and Daniel Garcia versus FTR. I guess I kind of know how this match kind of came about, because I know that FTR was going after Tony Schiavone, and Nigel McGuinness, even though he's kind of like the heel commentator, the heel color commentator, he doesn't like, guys coming after his broadcast colleagues, so he's like, I'm going to step in the ring against you guys. Where Daniel Garcia fits in this, I have no idea, but I'm assuming it's been kind of like split between Dynamite and Collision, and I have no idea what's happened on Collision, but I mean, I said there are more recap videos, but there normally isn't, but I think I do believe that FTR is going to beat Nigel McGuinness and Daniel Garcia, and they're going to continue their momentum until Adam Copeland comes back, or Cope. And I feel like that's a pretty obvious conclusion there, that FTR is going to win and they'll continue their momentum. Does Cope come back here? I don't know. Maybe they're going to try it, and I don't know how, because I have a feeling that you're going to want to get Cope's only real tag team partner here is Christian Cage, but how Christian Cage gets out of his heel role and goes with Cope to fight FTR, I have no idea. But I guess we'll see what happens going into the All In, but I do believe that FTR beats Nigel McGuinness and Daniel Garcia here. We're kind of speeding through these, man. Then again, I don't have a whole lot of time, but then again, there isn't much build to talk about these matches, so I don't really know what you want me to talk about. Next, we got Toni Storm versus Mina Shirakawa for the AEW Women's Championship. This should be a very good match. The only problem is there's no build. I mean, the entire build is Toni Storm doing these countless stupid eliminator matches. I hate eliminator matches. They are so dumb, especially a fatal 4-way eliminator matches that they started doing. It's like the point of an eliminator match was for the person to pin the champion and get a championship match. Now the champion doesn't even have to be involved. In a regular fatal 4-way for the title, I mean, yeah, that's fine, but now for an eliminator match where the whole purpose was to pin the champion to get a championship match, now we're putting an eliminator match in a fatal 4-way where you don't even have to pin the champion to get a championship match. I don't know who Mina pinned at Beach Break, because obviously Mina's getting a title match, so I'm assuming she pinned somebody at Beach Break and won the Fatal 4-Way Eliminator match. I don't know what we're trying to do with Toni Storm's build. Her first reign as champion, or first reign as Timeless Toni Storm, was very, very good. It ended with a very, very good feud between Mariah May and Toni Storm, which I never cared to see Toni Storm get the title back in the first place at the end of that feud. I thought that was stupid. I mean, I understand that Mariah's main was fucking nothing because, AEW booked it terribly. But AEW has not done Toni Storm's second reign, timeless Toni Storm. This is like her fourth reign as actually the world champion, but this is her second reign as the timeless version of Toni Storm. They have not done her any favors and have completely... This title reign hasn't been good. I mean, constant eliminator matches is not good. It doesn't build hype. It doesn't build anything to make me feel like I want to watch the AEW women's division at all. The women's division has such great talent. And the problem is, and you look at Megan Bayne, for example, she was just facing for the women's championship at the last pay-per-view, which was, Dynasty or whatever the hell it was. And now she is on Collision. I don't even know what she's doing because I don't watch Collision. And she's in the buy-in match for Double or Nothing. Like, what are we... I understand that the women's division is a lot harder to get booked on a pay-per-view card, but man, what are we doing? Every single new woman that gets brought into this roster, besides Mercedes Moné, gets a title match and then ends up doing God knows what. I mean, just look at Deonna Purrazzo. Where has she been? She got a title match and disappeared off the face of the earth. Yeah, I don't know. The women's division has such amazing names, such amazing talent, and they're booked awfully. They are booked terribly, and it's not even funny. Toni Storm's going to win here. I don't think anyone's doubting that Toni Storm's going to lose, and Toni Storm's going to face the winner of the tournament final at All In. Again. Match number 7, we got the Anarchy in the Arena match. Kenny Omega, Willow Nightingale, Swerve Strickland, and the Ops, which is Powerhouse Hobbs, Katsuyori Shaboring, and Samoa Joe. I'm sorry. I don't. There's a reason I call him Katsuyori Shitbata, because he's boring. He is the definition of a boring wrestler. And it's not because he's that bad in the ring. He has no character. He cuts promos from a fucking automated voice on his phone. It is god-awful. If someone can't cut a promo, and I understand that he is a Japanese talent and he speaks Japanese, he doesn't speak English. I understand that. Get him a damn manager, or just have Samoa Joe talk for him. And I guess that's probably what they've been doing for the most part here. But, like, I don't know, man. Shibata's boring to me. I don't like Shibata. He's an absolute snooze fest for me. But everyone else in this match is amazing. Then we got the Death Riders, which is Jon Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, Wheeler Yuta, and Marina Shafir, and the Young Bucks, which is obviously Nick and Matt Jackson. This should be a banger match, don't get me wrong, but man, the Anarchy in the Arena concept has died. It is dead. The first one was very fun. The second one, okay, but now we're just trying to throw, like, I don't even remember there being 6 people in the match. Now we're putting, 2 women in there to fight. I'm assuming they're also going to fight the men. I mean, I'd be shocked if they didn't, but, like, I don't know, man. I don't know what we're doing. I'm assuming Blood and Guts is going to come after this here in June. Between probably the exact same fucking team, because that's what they always do, because they're so fucking uncreative in this fucking bullshit. This is why Anarchy in the Arena should die, because you already have, Blood and Guts coming after this. I don't need to see an Anarchy in the Arena and then a Blood and Guts match between the same exact tag teams. It is the same exact match. The only difference is you got a fucking steel cage around the ring. 2 rings. I mean, I'm sorry. It is boring. This Anarchy in the Arena concept is dead. It's the same thing with War Games and WWE. They're killing War Games concept. I sat here and said that, I love War Games. War Games is fucking fun. But to try and keep building, feuds up every year to do War Games, same with the AEW and Anarchy in the Arena. Building up people to do Anarchy in the Arena, it's just awful. Because now look at this, is just a bunch of people thrown together to do an Anarchy in the Arena match. I understand the individual stories between Swerve and the Young Bucks. The Young Bucks trying to help out Death Riders, Kenny and the Young Bucks, and then the Ops and the Death Riders along with Willow Nightingale, obviously. But man, I don't know. It's like, let's kill the Anarchy in the Arena concept, please. It doesn't need to happen at every Double or Nothing. It can be something that when you have 2 factions going at it with each other, you can just put in any pay-per-view that you want. at all, any pay-per-view. It's a cool concept. It's just overused in the same exact pay-per-view every year when you're trying to build a story between two different factions, and you're just throwing together factions at the last minute because you want to put it in Anarchy on the Arena match. I don't know if I'm making sense here to anybody, but I don't know. And Blood and Guts can happen anytime during the year, too. You can just throw the factions, whenever there's an actual story to tell with two factions, you can just throw in Blood and Guts and be like, here we go, this is the match, Blood and Guts, these two factions going in against each other. It can happen at any time during the year. It doesn't need to happen in June of every year. But, who wins the Anarchy in the Arena match? I don't actually know. I really don't. I'm gonna predict Kenny Omega, Willow Nightingale, Swerve Strickland in the Ops, because I think this is going to lead not only with Kenny Omega facing Kazuchika Okada at All In, because Okada's friends with the Young Bucks, and then we're gonna probably have another trios match in the Ops and the Death Riders, and then obviously John Moxley's gonna go on to fight whoever wins between Adam Page and Will Ospreay, so that means nothing with John Moxley, and who cares what happens with Willow and Marina Shafir? Who cares? I'm assuming, I don't know who's Swerve. I'm assuming it's going to be Swerve and somebody else versus the Young Bucks at All In, but I suppose we'll see what happens there. But I got Kenny Omega, Willow Nightingale, Swerve Strickland in the Ops, winning the Anarchy in the Arena match. Week 8, we got the TBS champion Mercedes Moné versus Jamie Hayter in the finals of the Women's Owen Hart Foundation Tournament. Winner getting a AEW Women's World Championship match at All In. I hate to say this is obvious, but I think we all know who might win here. And I am devastated to say it, because my guys, I do not want to see Mercedes Moné win. And I'm praying to all the lords above that Tony Khan does the unthinkable, does the unpredictable, and lets Jamie Hayter win. Because, man, I don't think anybody wants to see Mercedes Moné win. She's TBS champion. She's got 3 other belts from Rev Pro and whatever other company she's working with. I think she just lost the New Japan Pro NJPW Strong Women's title, which obviously she's got no control over. But it's time. She's the TBS champion. She doesn't need to go after the Women's World Championship right now. She will be Women's World Champion eventually. I think we all know that's going to happen. But I don't think we need to have Moné beat Jamie Hayter here in the final and have Moné versus Toni Storm at All In. I'm perfectly great with Jamie Hayter versus Toni Storm. There's a backstory between Jamie Hayter and Toni Storm. There's not much between Moné and Toni Storm at all. There's a story between Jamie Hayter and Toni Storm. Go with the better story, please. I'm going to predict Mercedes Moné because, I mean, it looks like this entire tournament is just for her to win, and I think I looked at the names at the start of this tournament, and I'm sitting here like, hey, Moné's gonna win. I mean, is this not obvious? Who's gonna beat Moné here? And I'm hoping that Tony Khan does the unthinkable and has Jamie Hayter win. But I mean, I'm predicting Mercedes Moné, and that's really all I can say for you guys. So I'm hoping he does the unthinkable, but I got Moné beating Jamie Hayter here. And our main event, we got Will Ospreay versus Hangman Adam Page in the finals of the Men's Owen Hart Foundation Tournament. This match is going to be so good, man. The build-up for this match has been the best out of any build-up in this fucking card. And the only thing that might be better on TV is MJF and the Hurt Syndicate. Because these guys put on a fucking banger promo this past week at Dynamite. And I'm expecting big things out of this match, man. And I think they're going to put on like a 30-minute banger, and I can't wait. Who wins? Listen, I love Hangman Adam Page. I could see him win easily. I could. But he's trying to go on this thing where it's like, I want to win to prove to my family that I am a good father. Which, I mean, I feel like that's the basis of why he's going to lose. Because he's like, man, I don't want my family to look at me with disappointment anymore. Your family shouldn't be looking at you with disappointment because you're losing wrestling matches. They look at you with disappointment because you're too busy focusing on someone who's never going to come to your door, you know, and Swerve Strickland. And they said that during the promo, obviously. But that's why I think Hangman Adam Page hasn't cleared his mind yet. He's still too busy thinking about Swerve, and Swerve isn't even thinking about him anymore. Even though he beat the living shit out of Swerve in that last match they had. You know, and Hangman won. And he's just still too busy. His mind is still too clouded by Swerve to win this match, and that's why Will Ospreay's going to win. Because Will Ospreay's going to, you know, as he said, he's going to go out there, he's going to do his absolute best, And I do believe that Will Ospreay beats Jon Moxley at All In. And this is where I'm predicting Will Ospreay to beat Hangman Adam Page. Hangman is going to be too clouded again. He's going to sit there and be like, I got to prove to be a better father by winning this world title, which, by the way, is not how you prove to be a better father. But and I think that's what's going to be his downfall here. Love Adam Page. I hope to see him as world champion again. He's been doing the fucking work of his entire life in this last year. But, yeah, I got Will Ospreay beating Adam Page in the main event here, and that is going to do it for our predictions for AEW Double or Nothing. If you guys did enjoy, please drop a like. That would be greatly appreciated. If you're new here, please subscribe for more AEW and WWE professional wrestling videos and NFL football videos as well. We also do video game videos. Currently, we are working on Doom the Dark Ages. After this, we get the first expansion pack for Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 called The Brushes with Death. After that, we get the second DLC for Star Wars Outlaws, which is like the Pirate's Fortune or whatever. Then we got Mind's Eye that comes out in June, a story DLC, which I heard is coming out for Stellar Blade, which I still have nothing about. And then we got Death Stranding 2. God damn it. Social medias in the description below, Twitter and Instagram. You can go and follow those. You can see all my reactions to Double or Nothing, Battleground, and Saturday Night's Main Event on Twitter. And I will see you guys in the next video. Oh, also, leave a comment of what you think of my predictions for Double or Nothing, and leave a comment with your predictions for Double or Nothing. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for tuning in.